moving on from that, Chiesa, the deal is done. It's dusted. £12 million. You've got your first summer signing, and you don't join Tottenham in being the only Premier League team ever to not make a summer signing. How excited are you, my friend?
About what, Chiesa, you mean? Yeah, I think it's a good transfer in terms of like the price that we paid for him. I mean, 10 million in today's. I'll be honest with you, 10 million in the modern market is like 2 million 10 years ago. That's just peanuts of money. So I feel like, if Chiesa even did really badly, you'd still be able to like get back what, 6, 7, 8 million worst case scenario. Even if he has a season of like 6-6 or 8-8 or just an okay season, we would be able to even get more for that. So this is like similar to the Shaqiri signing. The overarching problem though with this, and by the way, I have an unpopular opinion. I said it on my channel. I'm gonna say it on the Football Terrace, live and direct. I think Federico Chiesa becomes the starter at Liverpool. People are looking at it way too much. Yes, I think people are looking at it way too one-dimensional. I'll tell you why. People keep talking about him as the Mo Salah backup, but at the end of the day, we've seen just now. I know we're not supposed to base it on international football, and I won't. But I'm just telling you as a concept. We just watched the Italian national team, of which he was Italy's best player. He was their spark. He was the guy that they gave to as the outlet. So we can see that he has qualities there. So I think eventually Chiesa will become our starting left winger, and of course, yes, he will be a Mo Salah backup. I'm saying he is going to be the starting left winger. So that leaves Dumb and Dumber most likely on the bench, in my opinion. But that's my genuine unpopular opinion for this transfer. I think it's a great deal. Sorry, it's a great deal in terms of money. It's a great deal in terms of how much we paid for him. Peanuts. That's genuinely a bargain right there. But at the end of the day, the overarching picture remains the same. I need food on my plate, but I'm painting the wall. That's the problem with Liverpool Football Club. We're doing something that we genuinely do not need. Like, I've done straight facts shows with you guys all summer long. I've spoken to Liverpool fans. 99% people are saying DM, centre back, left back, and then if there is something, we go sign a forward line player and blah blah blah. Like with Anthony Gordon, where it's like, oh, Diaz is gonna leave to Barca. We actually went and signed the two positions that people gave the least F's about, which is wing and a goalkeeper. So it genuinely makes no sense. It's like you need food on the table, you're working hard, you want food on your plate, and then you go paint the wall. One guy in my comment section was like, imagine going to a doctor for a heart transplant, and then he says, I'm going to give you a kidney instead. That's basically what we're doing. So, yeah, that's the weird part for me. I still think we need a signing in the DM position. It's been the priority for 3 years, pre-Klopp, pre-Slot, pre-everyone, Chouameni, Caicedo, Lavia, this season as well with Zubimendi. So you cannot be willing to pay the most money in a summer for an individual position and then claim it's okay because Gravenberg is going to magically transform to the next Rodri. It's very frustrating being a Liverpool fan because we always do the weirdest, cringiest shit in the transfer window. And until Fenway Sports Group leave the football club, it's never going to change because they're just not footballing people. They just they genuinely lack ambition to an umpteenth degree. And listen, this is going to be our last year in which we are like essentially guaranteed top 4. Because if any of the 4 spine players leave, it's going to be mediocrity incoming soon, very fast for Liverpool Football Club. And this transfer window reminds me of a transfer window where we signed Harvey Elliott, Sepp van den Berg, and Adrian. And that transfer window did not cost us in the short term because we won the league that year, but it cost us in the long term. We're still paying for the transfer window now. Liverpool Football Club are in the Champions League. We've got Arne Slot, so we're not going to act like we've got some random manager no one's heard about, with all due respect. So we have a manager at least who's won a league title with Feyenoord. We have Arne Slot. We still have Mo, Alisson, Trent, and Van Dijk. So we still are attractive to a lot of football players. We still could easily make 3 or 4 transfers literally in the next 48 hours if we wanted to. Terry knows what I'm saying is true, even as someone who understands transfer windows. Mo, the same thing. There are transfers that are generally so easy to make that the guy would be wearing the Liverpool shirt tomorrow. But instead, we're fucking around. And this is exactly why I was calling out the football club in June and July. Because I'll give you the reverse scenario. Let's imagine in July, we signed Mamardashvili and Chiesa. And then we said, guys, in August, we're going to sign a DM. Ornstein, Bomba. Guys, Liverpool are going to sign a DM in August. Or actually, there's no need for that much of a hypothetical. Imagine the Zubimendi thing happened. And now we've signed Zubimendi, Chiesa, and Mamardashvili. Everyone would look at this transfer window differently. So the plate is still empty right in front of me. The paint on the wall has now been fixed, but my plate is still empty, type thing. So it doesn't change anything. Chiesa and Mamardashvili take us from third to third. That's where they take us. So it doesn't get us over the line, and we just keep fucking around. And by the way, even if it is true, I know Terry doesn't like this, but I'm saying in the hypothetical scenario in which this is the case, if Liverpool truly are a sell to buy football club, then we have sold a lot more than we have bought. We have made around 70 million pounds and we've only spent 10 out of the 70. So even if we were actually sell to buy, we would have spent a lot more. And Terry doesn't like net spend, but our current net spend, even if I want to include agent fees and everything with Chiesa, is still in the fucking negative. So like that tells you all it, like, you know what it is? If I want to include every single thing, Chiesa's cost of transportation, anything you want, Terry, it's still like minus 60 million in the
No,
bank.
yeah, I understand that element. Look, I think I'm gonna throw this question to Mo. I'm gonna make a statement and then pass it as a question. I think the isolated deal for Chiesa is fine because it's very low risk.
Yes.
But in the backdrop of nothing else, it's still ridiculous. Does that make sense? And I think 12 million for Chiesa is almost risk-free in the modern day game. But on the backdrop of nothing, if his knees are shot and he misses 2/3 of the season, it's just a pointless signing because it's not like it's a complimentary signing of you signed Victor Gyökeres, you signed a top DM, you bought another centre back, a new left back, and then you went, you know what? We're going to stick a little 12 million on Chiesa and take a chance on us rebuilding him. Cool. But I think in isolation, there's nothing wrong with the deal. But in the wider sense of things, unless he stays fit all season, he doesn't move the needle. I don't know if that makes sense, Mo, but that's the way I sort of look at this deal.
I think it's a horrific signing, bro. I actually said that and people didn't like it.
Why?
I think Darwin, I'm being honest. I can sit here and lie. Listen, I've had a lot of Liverpool fans. I just did a quick show talking about it. Liverpool fans didn't like what I said. Chiesa has flopped at Juventus. Chiesa, Hussam now, okay, and I'm going to call out Hussam, and I know that he's going to. Hussam calls out people for using international football to judge a player. Do you or don't you? You don't.
Yeah.
Juventus really were, because Thiago Motta plays progressive football, like Arne Slot, high pressing football. He's like, get this guy out of the club. I don't want this guy even as backup. He said, I don't want this guy. Find him a club to take him off our hands. Price 20 million. Price 15 million. Someone take him. Liverpool weren't even looking at the guy. And now Liverpool, I think FSG and Edwards and Michael Edwards provided the carrot for the Liverpool fans. Yeah, here's the signing. Here we go at the end of the window. Darwin Núñez, in my opinion, based on what we have seen over the past 4 years.
Before you go into
Darwin
that, can I
Núñez
respond to your initial point? Because I have a problem with what you said. First of all, when asked about Federico Chiesa, said it's a good deal given the money we paid. 10 million. Federico, paid 10 million for him. Now you need to understand, Mo, there is a ceiling, there is a roof, and then there is a floor. The Liverpool floor is Nunez, Gakpo, these type of players. Chiesa, even last season with a shit Juventus side, had better progressive passes, had better shot creating actions. So what I'm telling you is, Terry said it as well when he was talking. The point is it's risk-free. Yani, let me give you worst case scenario. Let's say Chiesa comes in, he's absolute dog shit. Next season, next summer, literally, you could sell him to Hellas Verona for 6 million. Yani, it's not like that deep.
But my point, okay,
and if I was judging him on international football, 1 second, if I was judging him on international football as you're insinuating, I would sit up here and go like, wow, we signed Federico Chiesa.
He wasn't, by the way, he wasn't even great. He wasn't even great for Italy. Chiesa was most of the games was horrific for Italy. Horrific for Italy. No player, bar Calafiori, was good. Even Barella was horrific for Italy. My point about this, just my opinion on Chiesa. He doesn't suit the Premier League. He doesn't suit Liverpool style of play. He's a player that gets the ball, look down, and just run down the wing. He's not even a dribbler like Diaz. He cannot pass the ball like the rest of them. He doesn't have the pace that people think he has. Darwin Núñez is faster than him. Darwin Núñez is more physical than him, right? People are laughing at this for Italy. It's a risk-free, as you say, Sam. But Terry put it right. You and every Liverpool fan said, we need better forwards than Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz. That's why you were linked with Anthony Gordon. But your FSG guys and Michael Edwards, right, went on and signed the backup for the backup players. You think he's going to start? I don't think he's going to start. I don't think he's that good. And based in my opinion, based on the games I watched him with Juventus, he isn't that good. He plays on the counter attack. He runs he runs behind. Liverpool don't do that. That's why Darwin Núñez doesn't work. I think Liverpool, what they did is that they had 5 players. They went on and went very cheap to buy a player that is the 6th choice, while you needed a 3rd choice, a 2nd choice. You needed a striker to back 25 goals or 20 goals. You don't have that guy because Jota gets injured. At the current moment, your starting forward are still Luis Diaz, Jota, and Mohamed Salah. I believe that Liverpool were Anthony Gordon or an Ivan Toney or an Osimhen for having a genuine challenge for the Premier League. Instead, you completed your front line with a £10 million player. That is the definition of a Crystal Palace signing or a Brentford signing. That is the definition. So in my opinion, as a piece of business, as Terry said, 10 million, yes, if you had already 7 forwards. This is a horrific signing for Liverpool because this completes your forward signing. This completes your forward signing of the summer. You have Anthony Gordon.
He left. You scared him off.
He left. He got upset. He got upset. My point about this, Liverpool, you know, Terry, people are annoyed at Mo when I say what I think. I could have done a stream where I kind of come straight fact and win Liverpool fans on my side and said, Federico Chiesa adds to your team. Well, he doesn't. Juventus were willing to let him go. Thiago Motta doesn't want him. You know Thiago Motta. You studied because you were linked to Thiago Motta. Progressive football, high-pressing football. He said, this guy doesn't suit me. He said, this guy doesn't suit me. My point about this is Liverpool fans are doing copium now. In August 28th of 2024, where there are 3 days left in the market, your first addition to the squad is a 10 million player, Juventus player, who's injury-prone and didn't even live up to the hype for 4 years at Juventus. Just think about it this way, and you will know what I'm talking about. This is it. This is my opinion about this signing. It doesn't add up why Liverpool would go for a £10 million signing to be the 6th guy instead of having Anthony Gordon or Ivan Toney. Why? Why is this happening at Liverpool? Why did you raise £70 million? As Sam said, where's the Caicedo money? Why Arsenal are looking to add players for 35 million, are looking to add Moreno for 30 million euros, are looking to get a striker, and Man City already have the Haaland, and Liverpool are looking for a £10 million signing? Why? Why is that happening? And why do people want us, and I'm not a rival, to praise the signing? I'm not praising the freaking signing. That doesn't improve your squad 1 inch. It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm going to tell you one thing, Terry. If Mohamed Salah and Jota get injured tomorrow and Chiesa starts, Liverpool might finish 4th. That's how bad this signing is. Because they will have to play a Chiesa. Hear me out about this. This is very important for Liverpool fans. If Chelsea get Osimhen tomorrow, Man United got, in my opinion, a 9 out of 10 window, right? If Mohamed Salah gets injured and Jota gets injured, and you'll have to start Chiesa for 25 games or 20 games, right? Instead of getting an Anthony Gordon, you finish 4th. You might be in risk.
Yeah, but
and
the problem
August
is that
28th
logic is
now,
so
Van
shit,
Dijk
'cause
gets
you could apply it
injured,
to every
you
single
finish
team.
4th.
You could apply it to every single team. If Rodri gets injured, they don't win the league. If Saka and Odegaard get injured, they finish what, 3rd or 4th?
Yeah, but you are in risk. You are in risk to finish outside the top 4, in my opinion. You might
yes,
finish
but once again, your logic can be applied to everyone. I don't know if Arsenal finish top 4 without Saka and Odegaard. I don't know that. Me and you can't guarantee that. No one here can. So let's not sit up here and act like this logic can't be applied to everyone. This logic can be applied to everyone, what you just said. So I'm not going to base the whole thing off of injuries. I think your waffle is what's causing me to lag out right now because you're just blabbering. This is a £10 million transfer. That's it. We did not pay 100 million for Chiesa in 2024 for you to have this reaction. And this is exactly why this transfer window, yes, if you were to ask me how much would I rate the transfer window out of 10, I'd rate the transfer window a 2 out of 10. Yes, because we have failed. We have not addressed the thing that we need to address. I agree with you. But that does not make Chiesa alone in isolation a bad signing as a backup player for 10 million. I already told you, worst case scenario, guy gets sold what, a year later for 6 million if he absolutely sucks. Yani?
And you just fucked up the season. And you just fucked up the season because of this signing.
We've already fucked it with Chiesa or without, because we haven't signed
Okay, so
a
you
DM,
agree
bro.
with me then? So you agree with me?
No, I think you're going over the
You
top.
agree. You agree.
Chiesa,
No.
Chiesa has
were
pace and power. Chiesa has pace and power which can be used in the Premier League.
Pace and power.
Yes.
Have you
he's
watched
quick.
Chiesa?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. He's rapid. He's still rapid. He's still quick.
Bro,
You cannot call him slow.
Sam,
You cannot call him slow.
Sam, you praising the signing is you praising Liverpool adding a Chiesa to the Liverpool squad.
In isolation, yes, but in the transfer
But
window
it's
in general,
but